Welcome to the 2019 Illinois State Fair. The State Fair this year ran from August 8th through August 18th in the state capital of Springfield, Illinois.
What are you going to ride, bud? Yeah. All right, let's go do it.
The Illinois State Fair is an annual festival centering around agriculture. It's hosted by the state of Illinois in the capital of Springfield. The State Fair has actually been celebrated almost every year since its inception in 1853.
Is it beautiful?
Last year in 2018, there was about 370,000 visitors to the fair, which is actually a little less than it has been in previous years.
I heard it say $1, $1.
The State Fair is the 13th largest in the U.S. The first state fairs in Illinois and other states were actually created and organized by a bunch of farmers in order to compare different notes with their colleagues and distinguish between good and bad advice in the agricultural world at the time. In the mid and late 1800s, there was a lot of printed agricultural information that was really masked as advertisements and not necessarily fact-checked.
No, I got a great picture. You gotta see.
Mom.
So State Fair has actually been continuously held every year except for 1893, when they took a break to prepare for the Chicago World Columbian Expedition, and also between 1942 and 1945, because during World War II, the fairgrounds was used by the U.S. Army Air Force as a supply depot.
All right, there's our signal. Are you ready, folks? 3, 2, 1. We're having a little difficulties with our striker. It might be wet. Oh, and there she goes. She's lit, folks. Now, the longer she stands there, the bigger those flames get. She's really burning the house down for you today. And there she goes. Folks, we're going to give her a moment to get out of the pool.
This was actually a really cool event. They had high dives. A lot of these divers are actually
when these two get out of the
collegiate
water.
athletes and Olympic hopefuls in the high diving spectacle. So they were diving from various heights. You see that first dive platform, I believe,
What a
is 12 feet in the air.
magnificent
The
mass
tower platform is 10 meters, which is about 33 feet. And then the tallest platform, as you see that gentleman climbing up there, I believe was something like 50
Ladies
or
and
52
gentlemen,
feet in the air.
silence, please.
They're all diving into a 9-foot
Hold your applause.
The Illinois State Fair is a great way to show off livestock and animals, both competition-wise as well as getting the public up close and personal with them. As you can see here, there was a petting zoo with some exotic animals, some tortoises, some pigs, some little ponies, some cows, a couple different South American and African animals that I don't know what they are. Alpacas and camels and that sort of thing. This guy was actually cute. He was a miniature Scottish Highlands cow.
I like this one.
Again, remembering that the state fair was a way for farmers and agriculture to show off their animals and their products. So really, this is just a big highlight of that. Another interesting thing about the fair is that corporations were very quick to realize the ability to capitalize on bringing the public together around a common cause of agriculture. So a lot of companies started bringing out or started showcasing their new products, their new implements, their farm equipment, their seed varieties, that sort of thing, as a way to showcase things and allow farmers to get up close and personal with the products, and obviously with the hopes that they would purchase them and use them in years to come.
Have you touched the turtle shell before?
So here we are inside the dairy barn. Again, being a showcase of agriculture. This particular barn, and there's the butter cow, one of the things that makes the
Real
state
cow,
fair
made out of butter.
noteworthy or famous for. This particular barn, the dairy barn, showcases a lot of award-winning dairy products. So you've got things like Blue Ribbon milks and cheeses and cottage cheeses and ice creams and that sort of thing to different dairy producers around the state. Here you see a couple beautiful show horses that farmers bring to the fair to show off. In addition to showing livestock, there's also a lot of competitions as well. And the cool thing is you can walk through these barns and get up close and personal with a lot of these award-winning animals. So here, walking through a dairy barn here, you get within a foot or two of these huge, beautiful animals, and a lot of times the farmers will let you pet them.
You got to pet her,
They're there
Logan?
to talk up their farm and their animals, so you can get up close and personal. You see here a cow getting milked, so you have the ability to milk your own cow or see demonstrations on cows getting milked and just kind of understand the whole process. And there's also a couple cool little exotic animals as well that farms across the state may have here.
Do you see that? How they're grazing.
Now this, I'm going to be completely honest, I don't know a ton about, outside of the fact that there are showcases for these different animals and different skills. This appeared to be some sort of carriage competition with pulling or draft horses. I don't know the exact criteria, but they're judged on the beauty of the horses, the ability for the caretaker to control the horses with different types of trots, the cleanliness of the carriage, the look, appeal, the properness of the people riding it, the behavior of the horses, and I'm sure of another number of things that go into the judging. And finally, I'll leave you here with something I know even less about. Show horses. This was some sort of fancy walking or prancing